everyone. Now in my last class we started with the amorphous forms of carbon, in which we did wood charcoal, and today we are going to start with the other two forms of charcoal, that is sugar charcoal and bone charcoal, and I am doing these two charcoals simultaneously so that you will able to understand the difference between the two. Now let's start with the sugar charcoal. Now this is considered to be the purest amorphous form of carbon. That is the point to remember, that is purest amorphous form of carbon is the sugar charcoal, and it is prepared by two methods. One is by destructive distillation of cane sugar, and the second one is when cane sugar is taken and it is in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, dehydration of this cane sugar is done and we get sugar charcoal. Now the equation for this is C12H22O11, which is the formula for cane sugar, and here dehydration of cane sugar is done in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, and we get carbon plus water, and you balance it 12 and 11. So this is dehydrating cane sugar. Dehydrating means you are removing water from cane sugar and you get carbon, which is a sugar charcoal formed. Coming to the next heading as uses of sugar charcoal. Now first point under the uses is it is used as a decolorizing agent, particularly in sugar industries to decolorize this sugar solution. Second is used as a reducing agent, particularly if you remember copper oxide is reduced in the presence of carbon will form copper. So reduction of copper oxide to copper is done by sugar charcoal and you get the metal formed. So metallurgical processes we use sugar charcoal as a reducing agent. Next is artificial diamonds. So artificial diamonds are prepared by sugar charcoal. That is all about sugar charcoal. Now let's see the bone charcoal, that is the another form of charcoal, and you have to compare between the two. So bone charcoal is formed by destructive distillation of bones of the animals. So there you are using cane sugar, here you are using the bones of the animal for destructive distillation and you get bone charcoal formed. Now what is there in bone charcoal? 12% of carbon is there. Rest of the amount is of calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate. Now these two compounds can be removed by dissolving the solution in HCl. So what will happen? These can be removed, and what is left after dissolving these in HCl, you get ivory black. Now ivory black is black colored pigment and mostly it is used in paintings. So that is what is ivory black. Now coming to the uses of bone charcoal, again the first use is decolorizing agent, as it is here decolorizing agent, sugar charcoal also. So it is used to decolorize the solutions which are colored, so to get the colorless solution. Second is preparation of ivory black, which I have told you, and this ivory black is used in paintings. So that is another use of bone charcoal. And the third use of bone charcoal is it removes fluorides. You all know that fluorides, excess of fluorides, they will cause dental problems. So removal of fluoride from water can be done by using bone charcoal. Fourth point is to refine the crude oil in the production of petroleum jelly, we use bone charcoal. That's all about the uses of bone charcoal. Thank you so much.